Hello, I hope you're well. Today I wanted to take a few minutes to discuss whether flakiness has become the new norm in our lives. I came across an article last year that was titled something like the flakiness epidemic, and that explains the title of this video. And I was reminded of this article these past few days because of a few things that happened to me. So in the article, the author was describing the growing trend of cancelling appointments and commitments at the very last minute, and sometimes just not showing up at all without offering any explanation or apologies. There were stories that really shocked me of people saying how acquaintances didn't show up to their wedding or to a funeral and just let them know at the very last minute, or didn't even let them know. And that's becoming more and more common, more and more acceptable. So the author decided to try to understand why that was. And one possible explanation was new technologies. The fact that once upon a time you had to at least pick up the phone and talk to the other person, apologize, explain why you couldn't make it. But now you can just send a text saying, can't make it, sorry, see ya. And that's certainly a piece of the puzzle, but it's probably not the whole explanation. The article also featured people who were the ones cancelling at the very last minute or not showing up. And one reason that came up time and time again was the feeling that they had to protect their own well-being, their own health, especially mental health, put themselves first. And while mental health is very important to me, obviously, given my personal history, I kind of felt like it was used as a blanket excuse, and in the end, that does a disservice to real mental health issues. And in the end, it has repercussions on society as a whole, because it builds mistrust. And the author was saying, like, it's making us more and more individualistic. We tend to only care about ourselves now and the people immediately around us, the people in our immediate family or our tribe, let's say, closest friends. And we are losing the idea that we also have to show respect and some interest in the people we share this planet with, right? And yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous if this mistrust keeps building. And I was reminded of this because, as you may have seen in my previous videos, I spent a few days at the lake during the holiday breaks, and I was supposed to meet with a woman there who is part of an organization I'm part of as well. And we had arranged things so that I would go and see her. She was in a different city, same lake, different city. And we were going to have tea together. And that same day, she sent a WhatsApp saying she was feeling under the weather and couldn't make it. And I mean, I had made plans I had arranged my day so that I could go to a cafe near her house. And yeah, I mean, maybe she was really sick, but being a little bit under the weather would not be enough for me to cancel an appointment, especially knowing that the other person is, making the effort of coming all the way to where you are staying to meet you. And another instance was someone had asked me to arrange a meeting because they wanted my advice on something they were going through. And I said yes. I was offering them some of my time for free, and they didn't show up to the meeting. So I emailed saying, is everything okay? I'm in the meeting waiting for you. and half an hour later I get a reply, oh, I couldn't make it, I can make it now, let's meet up. No explanation, no apology, and I was like, no. And finally, last year I bought a course on investing in Europe, and one of the features of the course was live access to the monthly updates on the market. So each session was a little bit of training, and then a comment on the state of the market, and finally you could ask questions. The course was expensive, but I thought it was worth it, especially given this feature that I found very useful. But the creator, the investor that put together the course, didn't foresee the fact that as more and more people would buy the course, these live updates will become a bit crowded, and there would be more questions than he cared to answer. So he decided to limit access to just a few months. So the people buying the course now know that access will be limited, but the people like me who bought the course last year didn't. He made a promise to us that he's now breaking, and I don't think that's fair. Once upon a time I would have said nothing, but now I emailed expressing my disappointment, and they offered to extend my access for a few more months, and I was like, no, I'm not seeking special treatment, and that doesn't negate my wider point, which still stands, is that you made a promise and you broke it. So yeah, once upon a time everybody knew that you were only as good as your word, and we seem to have completely lost that. Now anything goes, and I don't know, let me know what you think, but I think we should go back to believing that our word matters a lot, and that we should keep our commitments as much as possible. Also because, as the author was saying, it's society at large that is in the end suffering because of this. So yeah, that's it. I'll quit before I go on rambling for much longer. I wish you a lovely rest of your day. Take care and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Ciao.